Welcome to Open World. We couldn't wait to bring you some intriguing facts about China. Not many countries can claim a history as long and rich as China's, which spans over 5,000 years. China is the fourth largest country in the world, covering an area of approximately 9.6 million square kilometers. Ancient China is credited with four great inventions that have made significant contributions to world civilization: papermaking, printing, gunpowder, and the compass. In addition, the abacus, known as a counting frame, and the kite, invented more than 2,000 years ago, are two other inventions that originated in China. While the ice cream was formulated in China, it was introduced to the Western world by Italy and made accessible to the general public by France. Share below, what is the first thing that comes to mind when you hear China? Did you know that the country will soon surrender the world's most populous title to India? Even though most Chinese people do not consume cats or dogs, approximately 4 million cats are believed to be slaughtered each year for the meat trade. It is believed that the cat's meat helps the human organism to stay healthy during the winter. Today, no country eats more pork than China, which consumes half the world's pig meat. China produces and consumes approximately 700 million pigs per year, equivalent to roughly 1.9 million per day. Ketchup was invented in China, and it was originally a thin soy sauce made from fermented fish, unlike its present thick and red form. The country is the biggest producer of tomatoes in the world. If you want to impress your Chinese boss during a team outing, you must make toast often and make sure you get drunk. You will blend with the locals faster if you are a smoker, because 50% of the smokers in the world live in China. Approximately one-third of all cigarettes consumed worldwide are smoked here, translating to a staggering rate of 50,000 cigarettes being smoked every second in the country. The Chinese men are one of the loneliest in the world. In the country, there are 40 million more men than women. In China, it is required for families to obtain permission to have a child. If the first child is a boy, the family most likely will not get permission to have a second child. It is a tradition that after a child's delivery, the mother stays in bed for 30 days. She cannot eat fruits and vegetables, drink cold drinks, or shower during this period. In China, the bride's dress is red as the red color brings luck. Unfortunately, over 100 million people live with less than $1 per day. Some 30 million Chinese still live in caves. They rent the caves from the government starting from $40 per month. At the same time, every 5 days, the country built a skyscraper. It is estimated that by 2025, the high-rise buildings in China will be able to cover the territory of New York City 10 times. Many of those high-rise buildings does not have a fourth floor. It is believed that the number 4 is unlucky and is being avoided whenever possible. The country is home to some of the world's oldest and most important cultural landmarks, including the Terracotta Warriors and the Forbidden City. The Forbidden City, located in the heart of Beijing, was China's political and ritual center for over 500 years. It covers an area of 72 hectares, has over 9,000 rooms, and was home to 24 emperors, their families, and servants. Because of its centrality and restricted access, the palace was called the Forbidden City. The Forbidden City is the most extensive collection of preserved ancient wooden structures worldwide. The buildings are made of wood and stone, without nails, and have withstood earthquakes, fires, and wars for over 600 years. The Terracotta Warriors are a collection of terracotta sculptures buried with the first emperor of China and considered one of the most significant archaeological discoveries of the 20th century. The sculptures depicted the army of the emperor and were intended to protect him in the afterlife. Yinsu is considered one of the most important archaeological sites in China. The site covers an area of around 20 square kilometers and includes the remains of palaces, temples, tombs, and other structures. It contains 90 buildings with more than 10,000 rooms. The most famous discovery at Yinsu is the oracle bones, inscribed with divination records and the earliest known examples of Chinese writing. The Great Wall of China is not only the longest man-made structure in the world but also an iconic symbol of Chinese history and culture. You can't see the Great Wall of China from space. Its official length is 21,196 kilometers, and it would take at least 18 months to cross the wall from one side to the other. Much of the wall is built with bricks with lime mortar and sticky rice as binding material. Badaling, easily accessible from Beijing, is one of the most well-preserved sections restored to its previous state. This section of the wall has more than 20,000 visitors every day. That is 5,000 more than the Louvre in Paris. China is home to the world's largest high-speed rail network, with over 22,000 miles of track and trains that can reach over 200 miles per hour. The railway lines are long, 144,000 kilometers, 3 times our planet's area. The country has some of the busiest airports in the world. China is the world's largest energy consumer and has invested heavily in building power plants. The Three Gorges Dam is 185 meters high and 2.3 kilometers long. The dam is currently the world's largest hydroelectric power station and one of the largest concrete structures ever built. The Chinese fifth-generation wireless technology network is the largest in the world, with over 1 million base stations deployed across the country. The Chinese New Year, also known as the Spring Festival, is China's most important traditional holiday and is celebrated for 15 days. Over 3 billion trips are made during the 40-day-long Spring Festival travel rush, which ended on March 1. Some are mandatory due to a law requiring people to visit their parents at least once a year if they are over 60. Every evening at 7 p.m., all media must air prepared by the government newscast. Media censorship in China can limit filmmakers' creative freedom by influencing movies produced and shown in the country through content, themes, and casting restrictions. China has one of the world's largest networks of surveillance cameras, with estimates suggesting that there are over 600 million cameras in the country. Some cameras have facial recognition technology that allows them to identify and track individuals in real time. Mobile execution vehicles, also known as death vans or death buses, are reportedly used in China to carry out executions by lethal injection. China has a law called Order No. 5 that regulates the process of reincarnation for Tibetan Buddhists. In recent years, China has been taking measures to address the issue of internet and technology addiction, particularly among young people. One such measure has been the establishment of so-called camps or boot camps that aim to help individuals overcome their addiction to technology and the internet. China has the world's largest military, with 2 million active soldiers and 1 million reserve troops, making it the largest in terms of personnel. In case of communication failures, the military also has over 10,000 carrier pigeons. Despite pushing the very limits of engineering and being widely praised for its design that has undoubtedly made it an iconic symbol of China, Shanghai Tower has seemingly fallen short of becoming a monument of the country's economic success. It houses the world's highest elevator, which can go up 119 floors in 55 seconds. Bailong Elevator, also known as 100 Dragons Elevator, wins not one but 3 Guinness Book of World Records awards: the tallest full-exposure outdoor elevator, the world's tallest double-deck sightseeing elevator, and the world's fastest passenger traffic elevator with the biggest carrying capacity. The entire ride on the Bailong outdoor elevator takes just 66 seconds, whereas, in the past, tourists had to climb to the mountaintop on foot, which would take them around 2 hours. Giant pandas are highly endangered, with only 1,800 remaining in the wild. All giant pandas in the world are considered the property of China. The most popular game in China is ping pong, played by over 300 million people. Thank you for watching and stay tuned for our upcoming videos. Let us know in the comments below which fact surprises you the most.